Hey, welcome to Soul Tape episode 36. I'm your host, Richard, and today we have with us Finding Valley. Finding Valley. Thank you guys so much for coming, man. I really appreciate you taking a drive up from San Diego in the storm. Little storm on the way here.
Thanks for having us.
Pretty wild.
Thank you.
Yeah. If we can go around and introduce yourselves, starting with you over here and what you play.
I'm Michael. I'm the guitarist.
I'm Ramsey. I'm the singer.
I'm Tyler. I play drums.
I'm Hunter, and I also play guitar.
And I'm Garrison, and I'm the bass player.
Well, again, thank you guys so much for pulling up. We're getting bands from all over California. We got some from Santa Barbara. We got a couple from San Diego. You guys might be the second or third one. Temecula, IE, everywhere. This show is, I feel like, I'm really hyped that I'm getting bands from everywhere. How long was that drive today? It was like
2 hours.
2 hours
and a half. A little bit of traffic.
Yeah, a little bit over
Not
2
bad.
hours.
Yeah.
Picked me up from class, so we kind of had to deal with the craziness in that.
We had to pick that guy up. We had two
Ooh.
cars
All over the
filled to
place.
the brim with gear.
Yeah, I know. I seen it and I was like, holy shit. I was like, are they sleeping here tonight?
On the way. Face down to the pillow, dude.
Can we start off with how you guys formed?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Ramsey, you want to?
Yeah, so we started off, playing in 8th grade, me, Hunter, and Tyler. We played in a band called Reminiscence with some other people. We were doing cover songs, Rolling Stones, all kinds of stuff. And just we progressed over the years, going on and off with different groups. And we found each other again, formed this 5-piece with these amazing people, Mikey and Garrison. And we feel like we've solidified our sound, and we're just taking it as far as we can go.
Yeah. So 8th grade, you said?
8th grade,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
We were
It's
super
been a-
young.
How old are you guys now?
I'm 24.
24? Damn, so about half
23
your
and
lives.
22.
22,
Pretty
yeah.
much, right?
I'm
Damn.
29.
29?
I'm the old guy.
You're oldest?
He's dad.
The quietest, too. Quietest and wisest, as
Yeah.
they say. Yeah. That's right. Damn. So, wow. So, I think, we as of late, we haven't been getting a lot of the bands have been, fresh faces to each other. But before that, I want to say our first 20 episodes, there was a lot of bands that kind of grew up together. They all knew each other. So I'm glad you guys are bringing that theme back because I think that's really important. That's what makes a great band. That's what makes a band that sounds great, in my opinion, is people who know each other and can be honest with each other with how you guys sound and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's a lot of chemistry. Definitely.
you
between
really
all
are
of us.
able to judge somebody's musical knowledge and rhythmic patterns, and eventually it gets to the point where you're actually able to replicate them, and just it's almost like telepathic. You know what they're
Yeah,
gonna play. Well, after you've been
definitely.
playing with somebody for so long, you kind of get those instincts.
No,
you know?
yeah, I've been playing with a few bands now, and the more I play with them, the more the less I have to talk to them. It's
Yeah.
we just look at each other. Yeah, we know what we're going for.
Yeah.
For sure.
But damn, so cover bands, huh? So that explains your voice. I mean, we got a taste and sound check. I'm looking forward to you guys' performance in a bit, but yeah, you have a really man, it's piercing your voice, dude.
Thank you.
It's really nice. Do you attribute that to all the cover songs you did, or?
I would probably attribute that to my dad bringing me up on Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Kiss, all the hair bands. When I was 8 years old, he brought me to my first Motley Crue show, and it was at the Cricket Stadium at the time, and it was right next to Not Soaks City.
Yeah.
So when we pulled up, I was like, "Fuck yeah! We're gonna be riding water slides," and he's like, "Yeah, no, sorry," and I was like, "Well, then what am I doing here? I'm 8." So we're walking in, and then I see all these people with band tees, and then he had me talk to somebody passing by, "You want to tell him why he's here?" And he's like, "We're here to see Motley Crue," and I lost my fucking shit, dude. It's the
Were you
coolest
already
show.
a fan?
Oh yeah, no, I've been
Oh.
jamming out to Crue since I was so young. Same with
Jeez.
Tyler, man.
Yeah.
Huge inspo in
Damn.
our group.
Yeah.
Later on, fell in love with Nirvana, and that's where I probably get the majority of my grit inspo vocals from.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, we don't usually dig into the inspirations so soon on the show, but I had to mention that because, you guys' sound check really amazing. I don't say this a lot. We don't talk about this on the show actually, but you guys' sound check was very easy for me. I mentioned over and over again that you guys' dynamics is down. I think a key thing that you said when you're oh, how loud should we be? You're asking me, and you just told them let's just do it like we're doing it live. And that's really solid advice because you're I don't think I usually have to tell someone, oh, turn your guitar up, turn your guitar down, or they hit a pedal and it's going this way and that way, but not today. You guys fucking nailed it. You know what? We're going to get into some more questions after you guys' performance. So whenever y'all are ready, let's get into it.
to hurt you. I'm not the monster from last night. You fell from off of the top and you were never found, but you live for the drop until you figure out you're fucking up and killing yourself. But you live for the drop until you figure out you're fucking up, killing yourself. Oh yeah. Off of the top and you were never found, but you live for the drop until you figure out you're fucking up and killing yourself. Your name in my head, I'm wishing that everyone was dead, so I'll have time to be myself again, myself again. Come against time to further undo your life's greatest weaknesses, and patience be true. Lift up your hand and change it back. Is it too late? What do I lack? This must be true. I can't undo the decisions I made are coming to push me to my grave, glory to my name. This must be true. Devote your time. Be sure to spare it well. Before you awake from your mistakes again, and I'm under your spell. Lift up your hand and change it back. Is it too late? What do I lack? This must be true. I can't undo decisions I made are coming to push me to my grave, glory to my name. Well, this must be true. You're never gonna get your way. You're spinning around and around. You and I are just the same, forever falling down and down. I'm stuck watching the clock go by. Tick tock, I can't pass the time. This must be true. I can't undo the decisions I made are coming to. And glory to my name. This must be true. This must be true. Yeah. This must be true. I can't undo you. deserve all the sunlight. I'm the shadow in your sky. Held you back from soaring. I tied knock you down when you could fly. Now I'm letting go, baby. It's time to say goodbye. But no, you won't. Erase the feeling of me from your mind. I know you're down to give up again. I'm tired of being alone for this life. And if you taste me, you'll never get enough. No, you won't. Think you're better off without me. I'm the anger in your mind, spitting poison out of your teeth. I know it's eating you alive. You're gonna find someone to love you without the baggage I can't hide. You'll be better off without me. Now I'm stepping to the side. Erase the feeling of me from your mind. I know you're dying to give up again. I'm tired of being alone for this life. And if you taste me, you'll never get enough. No, you won't. Walk out back. Erase the feeling of me from your mind. I know you're dying to give up again. I'm tired of being alone for this life. And if you taste me, you'll never get enough. No, you won't.
I had so much fun watching you guys perform. That shit was tight, man.
Thank you.
I'm doing this thing where I don't drink on the show. I used to drink on the show a lot. Just have a fucking Modelo or something right here.
For sure.
But I'm like, nah, I want to be a little bit sharper for the guests here. You guys deserve it because fuck, you guys were amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
were
man.
fucking sick. Man, I got so many good things to say about you. I think this is what this show is. You're the type of guest this show is for. I went through your Instagram. I seen you guys performing live, and I could tell right away you guys sounded good. But I couldn't find anything on Spotify. Do you have anything on Spotify?
Nope.
No, not yet.
Not
Right. All right. So you are one of the few bands that don't have music on Spotify. Usually, I recommend bands that apply to have music on Spotify, so I can get a good idea of what you sound like. I took a chance with you guys though. I was like, I'm gonna have to see them live for the first time in here, and
Thank you,
hopefully, based on the videos I seen though, you guys sounded amazing. So, fuck yeah, I'm not disappointed at all. As a matter of fact, I'm quite impressed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing players, like you're in the pocket with the atmosphere stuff you got going on. You're doing great on rhythm, absolutely amazing, and backing vocals where it's needed. Fucking bass, holding it down, dude. Like,
Thank you.
I mean, I'm the bass player in most of the bands I'm in, so like, I fucking hear it, bro. It sounds amazing. And then the drumming, so technical. Like for you to remember all those parts, and then for you to decide last minute, I'm not gonna use all 6 of my toms. I'll cut it in half and do 3, and then still sound like you always play 3 toms. Like
He put a stop in our last song. Like at that last one, if you notice the drums cut out,
yeah,
never done that before. We've never.
Yeah, it's
Really?
the first time.
Well,
we
that's
did
what I
it.
was
Stop
saying
playing it, just
before.
slam.
It's like sometimes when I've played with these people, I mean,
go ahead, eat that mic.
Sorry,
Yeah,
them
good.
3 I've known for so long, but the 5 of us we've been playing for quite a bit now,
6 months, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we've got the songs down to the point where it's, routine, and I
Yeah.
don't have to really think too hard about what I'm supposed to do. And then that's where the fun begins.
Yeah.
Writing the song and creating the song, that part's cool, but
Yeah.
the fun is when you can just implement something completely random.
Oh,
and you're like,
yeah.
holy shit, that works. Let's put it
Yeah,
in there.
I mean, it sounded like you guys been doing that all the time. To be
Yeah.
honest, I could.
That happens every time. Every practice, there's going to be at least 1 or 2 times where all of us are like, "Fuck," and we turn around.
Fucking crazy.
Oh,
on that
dude, you're an octopus back there, bro. I can't tell how many hands you have. And you know, obviously, you guys is front man. Dude,
Yeah.
holding it fucking down, bro.
shit, brother.
Jesus Christ, round of applause for this fucking guy. You know, we took a small break. You know, movie magic. We make a little cut and stuff, but we took a break. I went to go call Jesse to get right back into the interview. He's having his Jesus, is that my fucking? Oh my God!
You've got
Sorry,
mail.
I'll cut that out.
It's in there.
I went outside to go call Jesse, bring him back in here for an interview, and as we're walking back in, you're like, dude, be honest, how do we sound compared to other bands? And I'm an open book, man. Like, I think you guys are amazing. Definitely up there with some of the best bands on here. You know,
Thank you.
I try to have nothing but good bands. So there's obviously a ton of competition. You know what I mean?
We love that though. We love to be with that. We love to
Yeah,
be
I mean,
surrounded by the
I
great
know
people.
I mentioned the Renters to you, who you guys are familiar with.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing guys. I know you know Weatherby.
Yep.
Amazing band as well. Different kind of music, obviously. I know, like, we've had some like amazing artists in here, and for sure, like, you guys are right up there with them. You know, wouldn't have you in here if I didn't think you were good, to be honest with you, because this takes a lot of effort, as you've seen. Look at all the lights we put up, all the microphones we got to set up.
I was blown away when we walked in.
Yeah,
It was
it's
a whole-
fucking
Looks
awesome.
good in here.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. This is great.
Yeah, I'm glad. You know, it's got to feel that way for you to kind of bring it your all. I got to give it my all. Jesse has to bring his all. Victor has to bring his all. We try to make sure you guys feel like you're walking into a place where you got to bring your all.
Oh yeah.
And you did. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop nut riding because you guys are good. You guys are fucking amazing. Like, I'm so, like,
appreciate
thrilled. You know, Vic and I, we like to listen to the music before you guys show up, as we do with every band. Like, let's put them on Spotify. Let's see what we should expect. And you guys don't have music on Spotify, so I couldn't tell him.
Just built the suspense.
Yeah, dude, it was a lot of
It's coming.
suspense.
It's on the way, man.
But Vic was happy. I know Vic's fucking with you, right, Vic? Yeah. No shit. Yeah. All right, man. As with every band, you know, we like to talk about some of your influences on here. Dude, I'm getting like Chris Cornell cadence from you, like the way you sing and the way you flow and the way you hold notes and sustain them. Would you say he's an influence on your singing?
I would say I lack the knowledge on which band he's from. We should maybe cut this part out if
Soundgarden?
possible.
Not to
Hey,
okay,
no way.
for real. Okay, no, I do know Soundgarden, but
Yeah.
those weren't as big of an
Yeah.
inspiration for me. But I do appreciate the fact that they set the way for a lot of bands that do inspire me.
Yeah.
You know, right before, you know, we had Nirvana and Pearl Jam, those bands that I really listened to. that
Yeah,
I've been
they're around the
rocking out.
same era. Yeah, so the
Exactly.
grunge, the grunge
Michael
era for
Son,
sure.
dude.
No, I mean,
Um,
gotta give credit where it's due, man. They do have a great sound, and I would say I'm inspired by it.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I can definitely hear your like that 90s in you for sure. How old are you, by the way?
22.
22. You said that earlier. Yeah, sorry, dude. So you're from the fucking early 2000s.
That's right.
2020, 2005 or something like that.
Yeah. Before I had these guys, I was doing fucking Rock Band 2 with my family, and that's where I got
Hell yeah,
a good amount of my
dude.
inspo from there.
I think a lot of people in here played Rock Band.
Yeah.
I got Rocksmith now. You guys heard of that one?
No, I haven't. What's
Dude,
that?
that's so it's like it's Guitar Hero but with a real guitar.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, check it
That's
out.
dope.
It works for bass too. I play that shit all the time. But yeah, let's start off with all your guys' influence. I want to hear kind of where you guys derive your creativeness from. We'll start off with you, Michael, right?
Yeah. I guess I got my inspirations for music in general from like my dad's CDs. A lot of 70s because he's an older guy.
Mm-hmm.
Led Zeppelin's a big one for me. Classic rock. But then I found grunge, 90s. Alice in
Yeah.
Chains, Pearl Jam, Nirvana.
Yeah.
I love all that shit. But then I like, you know, to go a little bit to metal, Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a little bit of mix of all of those. But 70s is where it started for me.
I can hear you definitely are chasing some tone right there in the metal area.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, yeah, I'm like, where do you figure like that atmosphere stuff you got going on? Like those
Yeah,
notes, like
yeah.
I don't know what to call that, but where do you get that from? Where do you hear that? Like, is that something you just tried out and it worked, or?
Yeah, I mean, we try shit out in the band room, and I mean, it works. And I'll be like, "Did that sound good?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, dude, fucking rip it. Like, do that again live." And then it sticks. But I'd say like my vibe, like on stage, is I just love watching YouTube videos of old concerts, and John Frusciante of the Chili Peppers is a big guy for me. So just his vibe on stage, just letting loose.
Yeah.
No, not giving a shit about who's watching you.
Yeah.
Just just feeling the music.
You kind of dressed like him. No, this.
No, yeah.
Little.
He's
I'm getting
a
drunk.
humongous
Damn,
inspiration of mine, for sure.
Makes sense now. That I think that's so cool. Like how we artists in general, like we kind of like take what we like from this artist and that artist, and then we become our own little thing. You know. Hunter, what about you?
I definitely listen to everything. These guys kind of clown on me. I don't listen to too much of the classic rock kind of stuff. I do love it though, but like I think I come a little more from like the early 2000s emo kind of stuff. I love like Balance and Composure. They might be a little further than that. I love Silverstein. My girlfriend showed me that one. I love them so much. And then 3 Days Grace, a little more like 90s into the 2000s. I fuck with 3 Days Grace heavy. That plays a big influence. And then also I'd say Pierce the Veil. That kind of a basic little thing, but he showed me a bunch of those things.
That was middle school era for us, man.
Damn,
yeah.
Cut, fucking cuffs on. Yeah.
But I love the breakdowns, like the heavy breakdowns. Like it's almost like in my childhood, there's a lot of anger that surrounded just the generation, like just not me, but everyone in general.
Yeah.
And like I heard that in the music, and then I finally felt like I had a chance to be able to also understand my own kind of like anger and troubles through like that heavy kind of just distortion that just kind of moves you.
It's kind of like you don't. I mean, because I was in like, so I'm born 1990. I'm 34, and so like the emo, when like emo was coming up when I was growing up, it was kind of like it started off soft, right? Mm-hmm. So like I'm a huge Dashboard Confessional fan, like. You know, like that real soft emo stuff,
yeah,
like
definitely.
Acoustic guitars and shit. So when it started getting into the heavier stuff, like I think the heaviest stuff I was listening to, like Story of the Year, you know, kind of more that route. But it definitely felt like listening to it, like it kind of felt like, damn, finally, this is how I've been feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
I think that it's a lot like that with most music, you know what I mean? But specifically like that feeling you're talking about, anger, especially for, I mean, again, I'm a 90s kid, but in the early 2000s, you know, I don't want to get political or everything, but everything that was going on in the world, it was nice to know that there was still angry music, you know, but it was just kind of expressed.
People just being real with you.
Yeah. Damn, that's sick. I can hear it in your playing, dude. Like, just your guys' song structure, the way it is, it sounds emo, and then he brings this like grunge, vocal to it, and it's just something I never heard before. And then Gary, very funky bass player, man.
Thank you.
There's some funk in there.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to a lot of Rage Against the Machine, so it's kind of like when I'm playing with my fingers, it's Rage Against the Machine. If I'm playing with a pick, it's Green Day. Like that's my favorite band. I got my hoodie on right now.
All right, Dookie too. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
the 30th anniversary. So that's kind of the stuff that I started listening to when I was super young. So like I kind of listen to everything that's under the rock umbrella, but like with Green Day, I started listening to them when I was 9, and also I'm into the classic rock stuff like AC/DC. I started listening to them when I was 9.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, even like everything, like Bruce Springsteen was somebody I started listening to when I was super young. So it's kind of a wide range of artists, but I mean like John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin is another guy. And if you're going to like newer bands, there's this band from Mexico called The Warning. And I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
Are they?
They're super new. They're 3 sisters from Monterrey, Mexico. They're all like early 20s, and they kind of inspire me to kind of like play my bass way more often, like during the pandemic. So that's another huge
I'll
inspiration.
Have to check them
for
out.
me.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you weren't doing like a lot of crawling or walking around the bass, but like you were doing great and falling back on the one, like just keeping it heavy for them, you know, when they weren't being heavy, when they were kind of like staying higher on the neck, like you really know when to keep it down there, because you know sometimes the bass will just match the guitars going up there and it fits, especially with this particular genre of music. I feel like, but you did, now I can hear the Rage though, the Rage influence in there
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I try to like, you know, I stick to the root note first, and like, you know, I get that down, and sometimes if I want to throw in like a slide or something, or do, you know, like some crazy octave or arpeggio stuff, I might throw a little bit of that into throw a little bit of that in there, and like you know the slides, like you know that's straight from Mike Dirnt from Green Day. You know the slides up and the slides down, and the Rage Against the Machine. That's kind of like the you know going up and down the octaves and things like that. So you know I try to
the funk influence.
Yeah, and I mean I got to listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers as a bass player as well. So there's a little bit of that in there too.
And are you guys tuned down or?
Yeah, we're in drop C.
Pat myself on the back for that one.
Nice, shit.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything really. It just means okay.
Good your stuff, bro.
But yeah, no, I was like, because it's super heavy. And then the first thing I first noticed the bass, right? I was like, damn, that shit sounds super low. And I was like, what kind of strings are those? Those are round wounds, right?
These are the Ernie Ball regular slinky ones.
Okay.
And so I got this restrung with the regular slinky ones not too long ago, and then I had like the action set up specifically to play in drop C, so it's not like super rattly or anything when I play, but it gives it like a nice like clean but heavy sort of sound. And this is the same bass I played on since I was 13 years old. I'm 29 now. Well, this is the only bass I have.
I've never met a 13-year-old with so much taste, bro. That's a nice bass for a 13-year-old. I'm surprised you don't have like a Warlock or some shit.
Well,
like,
thank you to my parents
the one I got when I was 13.
My parents gave me this one for Christmas when I was 13. Okay. So thank you, Mom and Dad.
Your dad was like, he'll keep this one till he's 29.
And yeah, I mean, here I am. I'm still playing the same bass.
That's fucking sick, man.
Damn, yeah, I heard really heavy notes, and I was like, what's going on over there? It's like it must be tuned low because or thick ass strings. Are there also thicker strings?
They're sort of thick. I kind of upgraded. Like I used to play the super slinky strings, which are a little bit thinner, and I decided.
What size are they? 45, 105.
Yeah, they're 45. Yeah.
Oh, so pretty standard, but
pretty straightforward
so it's just
strings.
the setup and the drop tuning that's making it sound like
exactly.
that. I'm sorry. So like the bass amp is the only thing we backline on this show.
Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome. Yeah,
it's an awesome amp, man.
It's probably the heaviest fucking thing. I mean, drums you can separate them and carry them individually, but the bass amp is gonna hurt someone's back. But anyways, so like everyone that comes in here, like I'm really like keen on what the bass tone sounds like, or like what their instrument sounds like, because I already know it's gonna be the Ampex SVT7 Pro. So what do you make? How are you making it sound different? So it's gonna be something with your bass, how you play, how you have it tuned. Sorry guys, I don't mean to go on and on about the bass. I'm a bass player, but sounds amazing. And Tyler, dude, fucking wizard back there, dude.
Thank you.
So where do you draw your inspirations from? What makes you want to play like that, man?
Yeah, I kind of got a couple influences. I mean, I have an entertainment influence and I have like a genuine influence. I would say like entertainment wise, Buddy Rich, absolute animal.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee, fucking spinning upside down on a drum set. That's badass.
Yeah, we couldn't install it. We couldn't bring it in here today, guys. So if not,
yeah, it's all right. I probably would have hurt myself, honestly. But yeah, like I like Bonham too. Like those are all, actual professional influences. Genuinely though, my grandpa taught me how to play, and that's like my biggest influence for sure.
He's a drummer too.
Yeah, he was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
Whoa!
Yeah,
what the fuck?
He's sick. It was a long time ago. So
who is this guy? I'm gonna look him up.
His name's Howard Blank, and
Howard
he was
Blank.
he made a song called "Time Won't Let Me" in The Outsiders. And that got him into the Hall of Fame. And he had my mom, and my mom was like, I don't want to learn drums. So then when mom popped me out, he was like, that's the one. I'm thanking him. And
he dropped right on the beat.
Yeah. He's like, all right, come on. The minute I was old enough to pick up a stick, he was like, you're going.
That's sick.
And yeah, I mean, he still... he wishes he could play still, but he's
I mean, I'm sure he lives vicariously through you.
Yeah, little protege.
Damn.
But yeah, no, it's
no fucking wonder, dude.
Yeah,
I didn't know your grandpa's an octopus too.
Yeah, it runs in the family, dude.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Yeah,
and I know you guys are struggling to talk about what drum set that is, where it come from.
Yeah, so this is actually his set. It's actually a 6-tom set. We only used 3 of them today just because I felt like we didn't need to go all out with the 6 toms. We wanted to make it nice, so we had a mic. PDP. I love my Sabian and Zildjian cymbals. Nothing beats those.
What Zildjian is that? What kind of Zildjian?
ZBT Crash Ride.
Okay. Nice.
I don't know. I don't, honestly, like they, as long
Some
I don't.
of them are my mix cymbals.
Yeah.
They're not the best, but he makes them sound fucking.
I don't
rad.
even know what
Sound
like
great, bro.
size or what they are. I just
Yeah.
hit it and I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
it doesn't matter what drum set someone throws at you. You had a Hall of Fame teacher, so like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna make 'em
Long
sound
ass
good,
time
dude.
ago. I bet you his name's super small now, but
Nah,
it's there.
yeah,
That's
but-
what matters.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
Look, man, if you don't mind, I'm gonna post a clip of him right here.
Oh yeah, do it.
Sick. All right, cool. Just so people know, like, well, really, who? You know,
Yeah.
they'll see him though. Damn. So all right, let's talk about your guys' gear, man. You guys got some beautiful instruments. I think this is the first time we've had a guitarist that didn't bring a Fender. Like every band that's been in here has always brought an
I took care of that for you.
It's not a guitar though. That's a bass.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I was good. I was hoping I could say that, and then I looked and I was like, oh, he's got a Fender over there. It's not like a Music Man or anything. But I'll start off with you because your paint job on your Ibanez is
Pretty
fucking
wild, right?
Sweet, dude.
It goes like from blue to purple or something
Yeah,
like
got
that.
that pearlescent paint job, dude.
Yeah, I was just looking for a gigging guitar.
Yeah.
I've been playing since I was like 5, and I took it seriously like a little after that, and so I've got a quite good collection.
Mhm.
But then I just realized, like, going with these guys, we're gonna be going further and further, and
Yeah.
if I break something, I hope it's cheaper to replace than that.
Yeah.
And this is actually a $300 guitar, believe it or not.
I mean, yeah. It's not what you play. It's how you play it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, 100%. But I mean, the paint job, I would say I can't find this paint job on a guur from
No,
that's like
definitely.
$1,500
That's like
to $2,000 paint job.
Yeah, that's
And
like a $800 paint job on a $200 body right there.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, this thing is sweet. It's Ibanez Geo, and like set it up, nice strings on it, replaced the nut on it. Came with a real cheap plastic nut, but dude, this thing rips.
Yeah, it sounds good, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, I've owned the Ibanez Artcore hollow body. Never really got into their strap bodies or Telecaster body. I don't even think they have one of those, but dude, it sounds amazing. It looks beautiful too. It's gonna look great on camera. And what about your pedal board? What you got down there? I see.
It's just an assortment of all kinds of bullshit.
You got is that a Keeley compressor?
I do. Yes, it
Fuck
is a
yeah,
Keeley
dude.
compressor.
I've had
They're
that
the
one.
fucking
Best compressor in the market.
100%.
And then your EQ, I know that's a really good one too. I
Yeah,
forgot
it's
the name of that one. Though.
MXR 10 band. I don't use it because I'm still kind of figuring out with the switching of guitars, which I need to have on.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going to start dialing that in soon. But I would say my two favorites right now are definitely the compressor and that this Sentry TC Electronic noise gate. That thing,
okay.
we both just put noise gates in it like, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. And finally, like, you don't get that buzzing.
Yeah.
'Cause we play, like
dude,
you said.
they're
we-
life changing.
Yeah.
They're life changing,
We
dude.
play really heavy stuff, and we need some heavy gain for that. And you
Yeah,
can't
especially
hear
with
the-
those epic pauses. You don't want to just
Exact-
pause.
Exactly.
Damn, I bet you love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just straight silence, and then Tyler comes in with that downbeat. It's just phenomenal every time.
Yeah. And is that a JHS pedal on there?
Yeah, it's the reverb.
Reverb. Oh shit. Speaking of
There's that sound we were talking about.
that
There's that sound.
your noise gauge just took a shit.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, damn. That's all right. It's all right.
Shit happens.
Yeah. So it says reverb.
Yeah, it's one of the JHS reverb pedals. It has it's this hall reverb. It has like a modulation on it too.
Yeah.
And it sounds I don't know, it gives a really like epic natural kind of sound. I didn't unfortunately use it. I used it during this the sound check.
Yeah.
So if you got a video of that, you might check it out. But
Yeah, we got
it's
it.
definitely a great pedal to get just for like great clean full sounds.
JHS is they're like, to me, the best pedals coming out now. Like their brand, that brand is like that one and what's the Strymon, right? They're both
Yeah.
releasing like the best pedals right now.
100%.
JHS more so like affordable, but like top notch. Like you're getting the best bang for your buck with them, and I love that they all look the same. Like that's why I see one, I gotta ask what kind it is, because I can't tell from
No,
here.
you know your shit though, man. You got like 3 out of 7 or 4 out of 8 so far. 4 out of 7 so far. Oops, but that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Tuner doesn't count, honestly, but yeah,
Tuner's pretty important though.
the tuner is important.
Yeah, we've had a couple bands that didn't tune, and they were like, you guys got to tune before we play, you know. And then it was Michael. So I see you got a Boss on there. What's that green one over here?
Green one. This is a chorus. I was given this by a family friend of mine.
Nice.
Jeff. He used to play guitar.
Yeah.
He handed me down this chorus. I got a TC Electronic Fangs distortion, my noise suppressor, obviously noise gate, very important. My EQ, and a tuner.
Is that what's a noise compressor? Is that one with the red light?
No, this is my noise gate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Damn, you guys sound good, man.
Thank you.
I really fucking love the wall of sound you guys are coming with. And I didn't mention you guys' amps. So you got a crate.
Yes.
With the toxic sign on it.
Yes.
Nice.
So this is a good friend of mine, Brody Regan's.
Shout out, Brody.
Shout out, Brody.
Shout out, Brody. We're gonna go play with him this weekend at UCSB.
Hell yeah, bro.
But yeah, him and I were in a band when we were in high school, and another good friend of mine, Ethan. And so yeah, the crate was given to him, and he's up in UCSB, and I'm gigging down here, and he lives in Escondido, where we're from.
Okay.
And he was like, that amp's just sitting at my house, dude. Go right ahead and fucking put it to use. So
Nice. Good friend.
yeah, it's a crate GT 3500H.
That's a solid state amp?
Solid
right?
state, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Oh, it explains the tone. You guys, it's like super crisp, super tight. Like it's really, like I don't know how to say it. It's like, it sounds like a power plant. I mean, not just because I have the toxic sign on it, but like, dude, like, it sounds amazing. Sounds good.
Thank you.
And Boss Katana,
Yes, sir.
yeah, very popular on the show. This is probably the 8th one we've seen. I'm surprised how many different tones come out of that thing. If
It's crazy.
you guys want to know if you should buy one, just go to all of the past episodes. You'll see all the different tones, all the different bands that own one. Everyone owns one. They say they're the best. Wise choice. I mean, we talked about it we talked about it so much on the show, but what do you love about it the most?
I mean, dude, like I've had tube amps, and I love the sound and the buttery tone of those amps.
I love how you say that. I
But-
love the sound of the battery. like almost like you hate saying that, but I know what you mean.
But yeah, like for something that's like as cheap as like $500-$600, although it's not cheap for everyone, but compared to like a usually $1,500-$2,000 tube amp, I mean, this thing fucking kicks ass. You don't got to replace anything on it.
Yeah.
And you got, I mean, 5 different tones to choose from right there.
Yeah.
And then apparently you can even plug a USB into it, make your own stuff. It's got delay, reverb, like
Jeez.
mods.
Yeah.
All
I didn't
kinds
know
of
the
stuff.
USB thing.
Yeah, apparently. Don't quote me on it, but I guess
It's like
is
an urban
quoted.
legend or something.
Yeah, but I like to fucking sticker bomb it,
Dude,
and
this-
it looks fucking sick.
Yeah, it's sick. Does Boss make guitars?
I'm pretty sure they're
Dude,
just a pedal company, which, I mean, pedal company making a guitar amp isn't a
That's what
bad
I'm saying.
idea.
If they make the guitar amp, dude. They'll have the Holy Trinity. That's it. You just see people with Boss pedals, amps, and guitars and shit. Well, damn, man. Yeah, I really like your guys' sound. I love what you brought to the table. What do you usually play with? I mean, obviously you're back down in the day, but what do you usually play with?
So at home, I have a Fender amp. I got Fender everything, bass, strap, amp, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, at home, it's a Rumble 75 watt amp,
Ooh.
and it really gets the job
Yeah.
done. I mean, like it's not that big compared
Yeah.
to like what some
70
compared to what some people
What size
have.
speaker is that? A 12?
Yes, I believe it's a 12.
12
yeah.
or 15? 75
Yeah.
watts.
Yeah, I think it's a 12, and so that's what I play on at home. But at practice, I use Ramsey's bass amp actually, because Ramsey's also a bass player as well. But what
Nice.
kind of amp is it again, Ramsey?
It's a heart key.
It's a
Heart
heart
key.
key.
You got an
And-
Ampeg on top, and then the heart key
Cabinet.
on the bottom.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
that just kind of lives in our practice space. I mean, we take it to some
Shout
gigs
out,
when
Nana.
we need it.
Yeah, sick. Yeah, well, again, you guys is awesome instruments, awesome sound, beautiful music, real
Thank you.
shit. You guys mentioned you've only been performing together for like 5 months now,
Yeah.
right? Out of those 5 months, what do you think your favorite show is?
Has to be the last one, right?
Yeah, the
Poorhouse.
most recent one. We
Yeah.
opened for this band called Reason to Rebel, who's also from San Diego, and
Oh,
their
sick.
guitarist is actually Ramsey's former guitar teacher.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that
Evan
was
Jones.
Yeah, Evan Jones.
Evan Jones.
Shout out to Evan.
Jones.
He's kind of been
Evan's
like
a
our
legendary
mentor.
person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's basically like gotten us pretty much here so far.
Oh wow!
Just
really?
because, I mean, you talked about that sound recently, or in the beginning,
Mhm.
how it sounded pretty dialed in.
Yeah.
He taught us how to basically dial or sound in a live setting, and we did that at some pool birthday party for our first
gig.
ever gig.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we sounded all right, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but everything was balanced, and that's
Yeah.
the key when you're performing. You can't have your vocals too high, guitars too
Yeah.
high, guitars too low, bass not there, or bass too much there.
yeah.
And we like pretty much nailed it for like such minimal equipment. So,
I'm telling you guys, me and Vic, because we're nerds about the sound, right? But we're gonna be talking about your guys' sound for a long time to come, like how well balanced it was, how easy it was to mix. Vic, as soon as we took a small break, Vic was like, it sounds great, like with confidence, you know what I mean? So, what's his name again?
Evan Jones.
Evan Jones. Yeah, shout out Evan Jones, man. You need to sell that idea.
Well,
or something.
I gotta say, also at that show, we opened for another band, Spray Allen, and their bass player was Eric Wilson of Sublime.
And I got to play on the same bass amp that Eric Wilson
Oh,
played
that
on,
was-
which is pretty
that was
cool.
fucking cool.
Eric, is he the bigger guy?
Big guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheetah
He
print
rips
tattoos on his
Yeah,
bald
yeah,
head.
yeah. I've so from San Diego, there's a band called Tribal Seeds. You heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a
Absolutely.
Tribal Seeds beanie. I've seen
No
them.
shit.
Fire.
So there was a band back in the day, Aloha Radio. They're not really active right now, but they opened for them. So I was Aloha Radio's roadie, and I got to tour with Tribal Seeds across the U.S.
That was pretty cool.
That shit was dope, and seeing them perform live and all that every night, like fuck. But the scene in San Diego is like really fucking tight knit, if like everyone knows each other and stuff. Because it's like not to compare to LA and anything, because I know some San Diego people that don't like that, but LA is fucking huge, and in San Diego's it's kind of like own little ecosystem, and
Yeah.
it's just as big though. It's like there's a ton of shit going down over there too, So when I got into that world, I was just amazed by how many like artists there are out there and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of talent.
A lot of talent, absolutely. What about you guys' least favorite show in this short 5 months?
We played at a
pool party? No, I'm
Lunar
just kidding.
New Year festival. Don't get me wrong, it was cool, but I don't know. I don't think they really
It
were
was
there for
it's
us.
called Lunar New Year Festival. It's like a
Yeah.
It's an Oriental, like Asian oriented
Yeah.
kind of deal.
It's
and
pretty sick.
It was the
yeah.
best stage we played on for sure.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
a big
it's
stage.
massive.
We had a lot of room. We had a screen behind us. We felt cool and
Yeah.
professional, but
We
there was
only
just
had the
nobody
custodian.
there. Yeah, the
Oh.
custodian was cheering. And like,
Yeah, as
Sorry,
soon as
It was raining.
soon as one of the dances ended or something, like they do a huge dragon dance, drums and everything.
Yeah.
Everyone gathered around, and then they're like, "All right, well now it's time for Finding Violet," and you see everyone.
I don't even think they I don't think they introduced us.
Well,
honestly.
maybe
I
not.
guess
Huh?
some guys are gonna play. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Stay if you want.
It's definitely not
Gee.
for rock music, but I mean, it's cool for food and to get together with the family and stuff. But
Yeah.
not our kind of deal.
We got to work on our stage performance there.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah,
there
no, you
was
got to
a lot of
experience a
pressure.
big stage too.
Yeah, sure.
I've been there. I played at big stages and like no one's there for you. Just like shut up. Like
Basically,
not that we sounded bad or
Felt
anything,
like-
but it was just kind of like it was just like they're there with like 2-3 year olds. Like they don't want to be listening to loud ass music like
exactly.
that. Damn, that's a really good least favorite show. Do you guys have any shows coming up? I know you
Tomorrow.
mentioned
Yeah.
one. Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah.
This show won't be out by then. This show's gonna come out next week on Friday.
Okay.
So, do you have any shows that will come out by
Damn, well, we have
13th?
one on the 13th, which is the Thursday
a week
before
from
that.
today, we got one.
That one's
Oh,
also
fuck.
with Reason to Rebel. Yeah, we're opening
All
for
right,
them
but-
again.
And we'll have plenty.
Encinitas.
We'll have plenty more. Like us on our Instagram, we've
Okay.
been playing shows on shows, and it's starting to get even a little out of hand. How many shows we're gonna have lined up?
Yeah,
at some
I mean,
point.
you guys sound good. I think you're from what I'm looking at, like from my experience booking this show and just being in bands, it looks like you guys are fairly new, as like in this group, right? Like
Yeah.
this setup.
That's right.
And how long has Finding Violet been like the band, like a band?
5 or 6 months.
Okay, so they started. All right,
Yeah.
so that. All right, dude. Yeah, you guys are fucking like
Thank
real
Thank you,
shit.
thank you so much.
Real shit. Like I was like, oh, they're good. They definitely need like more attention, which is why I wanted you here. This is exactly what this show is for. I'm happy you guys just like formed this super group because, yeah, I can totally see why you're getting hit up the way you guys are for shows. You know.
Yeah. And we decided on our name like 3 days before the first show. So yeah, so it was like the first month it was like a nameless band,
What,
and then
what were some of the whack ass
see,
names?
we'll see you scared. We
You
we
wanted
almost
that
went
shit.
with
See You
see you
Scared is a cool
scared.
I had to
yeah.
pull the trigger on that one. I said no. We're
I
not
was like,
doing
See, you
that.
scared sounds kind of emo.
It's
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
too
We
emo,
didn't think
right?
we were gonna be emo at the time. We were coming out with some lighter shit. So
Yeah.
See You Scared
Yeah.
was like really.
And like Circus Act was another one, but
Oh, yeah.
Mikey and Tyler hated that
I
one,
could
so we
not-
didn't
I
go
thought
with
it
that
was
one.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't even know Finding Violet was good until I got used to it. I'm kind of a little picky with band names.
I'm with
Like
you.
I'll
It's a
know
big
when
deal.
I hear it.
But
Yeah, it can make or break you.
what's your opinion on just the vibe of the name
Finding Violet. I
Yeah.
love that it rolls off the tongue.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Violet though makes me feel like is there any woman in the band? Like just Violet,
Just
because
him.
Violet might
Just
be a
him.
girl name. but like no, like No, it's cool name. It's a cool name.
Thank
And
you.
I fucked up. I went with green today. I don't know why the fuck I went with green. I should have chose violet. What the fuck, dude? No one told me either.
You just have to have us back soon, man.
No, yeah, we'll have you back with the fucking proper fucking lights. Jesus Christ, I can't I can't edit that either. Whatever. But so Finding Violet, how did you come up with that name? Does it mean anything
We
in
just
particular?
brainstormed for, days. Honestly,
Yeah, it's so hard to come up with a good band.
I think we kind of put two names together.
Yeah.
Like it was Finding Something and then Something Violet. And then we're like, okay, let's put those two together.
And then we thought about it a little more. You want to take the role in that one?
For us, Finding Violet kind of started to stick a little more when we put a little more meaning behind the name. And for us, it kind of represents finding your state of bliss, finding your state of happiness. For us, working as a band, we're putting 110 all collectively to achieve a goal of just being able to live and thrive off of just our sound alone and, be able to share that with people. So once we get to that point, essentially, we have all found our Violet. It's a state of happiness, state of content.
Yeah. No, that yeah, I like it. It kind of falls with the grunge names too. Like not to compare anything, but like Nirvana. What's Nirvana? Like, so Finding Violet, like, yeah, if it's your guys' sound, I like the name, to be honest. I love how it rolls off the tongue, Finding Violet. It's easy to remember. It sucks when there's like names of bands and you can't remember them and shit. That's the worst.
Yeah.
So
Guitar, bro.
There you go. You got the purple.
is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up the show?
I think it's kind of special, this group.
Yeah.
I like he said, we've been through so many, and even him, all of us have been in bands.
Yeah.
All 5 of us. And it's the hardest thing to find commitment. It's the hardest thing to find passion, and it's the hardest thing to find like someone that believes in themselves. And I see that in every person up here. The belief, like, you can actually visualize where you want to be and where you want to go, and we're a headstrong group. Everyone has very strong opinions, and I love that about us too. Where it's not led by one person, it's not led by 2 people. All of us have created what we stand for.
Yeah.
And it feels almost like we're the parents of like a child, and it's like getting like older and older, and it's getting its own like way, and it's running itself, like it's becoming like its own standing person. And we're just here to kind of like witness that and care for it till it just fucking takes off.
Yeah.
And we're there along with it,
Yeah.
I want to go off of that, what you said about all of us having our own independent experience with, we've shared some bands, they've been through their own stuff, but, what really stuck for us was that, like, throughout it all, once we finally came together, like, everybody's on the same page about this band is the one that we're trying to take
It
to
clicked.
the top.
Yeah.
It just kind of made sense, so our dynamic is everybody just bringing that energy every time we get together.
Yeah, it shows in the way you guys, not just your music, but the way you guys interact with each other. I can tell you're hard on each other. I can tell you're playful with each other too. You don't take things too serious, which is really good. I think that's like a huge recipe for success. But just seeing the way you guys interact with each other, I can tell like you guys take your music really seriously. Again, that's why we have you on this show. I heard it. I didn't hear it clearly like on Spotify or anything. I heard it through I think it was a cell phone video through YouTube or something like that. Yeah. But shit, you guys are cutting through that. You know what I mean? So imagine when you do hit the studio. Imagine how you hear you guys when this comes out with all these cameras and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think you guys deserve to be on more stages, and I'm glad you blessed ours.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So is there anything else we want to talk about before we go?
Finding Violet Band on Instagram, and that's pretty much it. Thank
and
you.
TikTok.
Oh, and TikTok.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah,
You
thank you
guys
so
fucking
much.
rule.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you,
thanks for
Soul
having
Tape.
us.
Super cool.
We really appreciate you guys' time. We really appreciate you driving all the way out here to come play for us and those who watch around the world. Well, so far, and so just the U.S., I think. But go check out Finding Violet at a show near you. Hopefully they come by. A special thanks to our crew that make this all happen. Jesse Chaos behind the camera, Victor Michel, camera mixing back there. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a good night. Bye.